Still beating yourself up over a mistake you made on your nursing shift? Let's fix that. Here's 3 things I did as a new nurse within my first year to help stop taking that guilt home. Number 1, I wrote down what happened, okay? Let me think. Maybe I was a little emotional at first, but number 1, I wrote down what happened. So if a mistake was made, I had a book and I alphabetized it from A to Z. And then, for instance, if I made a mistake with blood products, I went and wrote down the mistake. And then I did some research. I either looked up the hospital policy, talked to an experienced nurse, or whatever I had to do to find the proper way, wrote it down right after that mistake, so that mistake wouldn't be made again. And I had a resource to go to remind myself, or I can look over it after my shift. Number 2 will be to ask yourself, what would you say to a friend or a coworker or your work bestie if they came to you after your shift or during your shift and said, hey, I made a mistake, oh my gosh? What would you say to them? Well, for me, I'm a very positive person. I like to, think the best in everyone. And I'm imagining if I had a work bestie and they care for their patients and they wouldn't do anything to jeopardize their life. So I would say, you're human. It's okay. You didn't mean to do it. And so when I realized that I would say that to other people, that I should bestow that same grace to myself. So I would suggest that you do that to yourself. Say exactly what you would say to your work bestie or a friend that you know is a good nurse. Give yourself that same grace. Number 3 is most important. I would suggest to set a mental clock out. What I mean by a mental clock out is that, of course, after work, we're always rehashing. Like, man, did I reassess pain within an hour? We're going to do that after a shift because we're working with so many people and we want to do a good job. That's what makes us good nurses. But what I would suggest is that once you finish your shift, give yourself a marker, whether it's in your car, whether it's at the first step in your doorway. Set out a landmark and say, you know what, once I get to this point on my drive home, I'm erasing everything that I did wrong. I'm erasing this bad shift. It ends here, right? We have to learn how to cut it off, because if we do, we're going to always stay in a negative mindset. And I'm going to say this to you all who are new nurses: you are human. You are not going to do everything perfect. So set a marker. For me, my marker is the front stoop of my porch. Like, once I go into the threshold of my home, I'm not thinking about this shift. I'm giving myself grace and knowing that I did the best that I could on my shift, and I'm letting it go. New nurses, say this to yourself: I'm still learning, and that's okay. So if you're a new nurse trying to navigate your first year, follow for more tips.